The title of this episode is Christmas Crow. This occurred Christmas in the year 2000. It involved myself, I'm Jack Lynch, my wife, Patty Lynch, and our boys, Spencer and Zach Lynch. About 8 months before Christmas, I was given a little present by Greg Eisnagel, one of my co-workers at Time Oil Company. Greg and I liked to go out with our pellet rifles and see if we could pop a crow from time to time while we were at work at Time Oil. It's difficult to do, but it is very satisfying when you finally get one. Greg gave me a plastic crow. It was pretty cool. I took it, I wired it onto this 4-foot high fence way out in the backyard, about 150 feet from our house. And there it sat. It was kind of fun to look at, but it was a nice reminder of my buddy Greg Eisnagel. The months went by and Christmas came. Our family got up, we exchanged gifts, had coffee and breakfast. I laid back on the couch in the living room and had myself a nice snooze. Patty was busy elsewhere, and I don't recall where the boys were playing, but about 11 o'clock in the morning, Patty says, Jack, get up, it's the crow. It's the crow. I got up. What? I was up in time to see a red-tailed hawk dive bombing on that fake plastic crow that was on the back wire fence. The red-tailed hawk would be flying along, and it would cut short and dive on that poor plastic crow. Of course, the plastic crow didn't move, but that caught the attention of the whole murder of crows that was living nearby in the old oak tree, that big old century oak. They saw that their brother was being attacked by a red-tailed hawk, and they were mad. They massed up and started coming after that red-tailed hawk, crowing, dive-bombing, doing everything they could. But that hawk was not to be deterred. He was going to get that crow that was on the fence. The hawk finally dived on it, grabbed it, took off with it. He got the plastic crow, and that murder of crows was after him. The chase ensued. This red-tailed hawk started to flap and fly and go in big circles, trying to gain altitude, to get way up higher to where the crows couldn't get to him. But they kept after him. When he made altitude to where he was barely able to be seen, it was just a spot in the sky. The crows finally got to him. Or maybe he figured out that what he'd caught was nothing that he could eat, because at about that point in time, Mr. Hawk let go of Mr. Plastic Crow. That crow tumbled through the air, finally landing in somebody's backyard. I'd love to have seen the faces on those people, to see a plastic crow drop out of the sky on them on Christmas Day. It was good. The red-tailed hawk flew off. The crows were still having a fit. They chased down after their brethren who'd been dropped in the backyard of some poor fool. Unfortunately, we never did find the crow or hear anything else about it. Merry Christmas.